Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of my series 3 tips to lose belly fat. In this video I'm going to cover real briefly on why running less actually leads to more body fat losses. Okay, before we get into that, I want to send a big apology out to all those people that took my last video seriously when I said, you know, nobody likes to run, nobody likes running, blah blah blah, right? That wasn't meant literally, because I do understand that there are people out there that do like to run for therapeutic benefits and for stress relief benefits. Trust me, I'm not against that whatsoever. What I am against is those that go out, slog on the pavement or hitting the treadmill for hours at a time in order to lose belly fat, or body fat in general, really. Okay, you guys out there, you're doing yourself a major disservice by doing this. The reason being, when we do the long distance cardio, when we do pound the pavement for hours at a time, or we do hit the kilometers and get them up over the week, basically you're putting your body through a major stressor. Okay, exercise like that, or long distance cardio, long distance running and cycling and whatnot, is a major stress. When the human body is under a major stress, we release cortisol. Okay, cortisol is the stress hormone and basically works with a lot of other hormones to regulate body function. But in small instances, it is beneficial to the body. You know, if we're trying to get away from a lion, or run from something, or get out of the way of something, cortisol is released. It gives us that little adrenaline boost, and you can get through things. Okay, you get a lot stronger. But with chronic cortisol release that happens over a long period of time, basically it breaks the body down. Okay, when we're going through this, the body starts to get really stressed and goes, hang on a second, I'm stressed out for a long period of time. I don't want to lose any body fat because we need that for later. Okay, I don't want to lose any of this. It starts to lead to things like bone degeneration, immune system dysfunction and dysregulation. A lot of other things that happen with the organs as well, just through this chronic cortisol release. If you think about it, every day we're put through major stresses. Okay, we stress about family, kids, finance, you know, work might be a problem. All these different things are just accumulative stresses onto our body. By going out and hitting those long distance runs, you just put a massive extra physiological stress onto your body. So I can guarantee that if you're doing that, you're putting yourself through this stress state. We don't want that. What we want is the reverse. Okay, we want to release what's called human growth hormone, or a growth hormone. This is released after we've done some high intensity sprinting or high intensity weight based exercises. Okay, lifting weights breaks down the muscles and actually has an anabolic, which means muscle building response. Reason this is because we're actually releasing a lactate into the bloodstream. So I'm talking about sprinting now, through the energy systems that are used. Okay, so when we do high intensity sprints, I'm talking 10 to 20 seconds at a time, we use the ATP PC system. Now I'm not going to go into that because it's highly crazy stuff. Basically, to simplify it, parts of this system, when it breaks down, we get lactate coming through the blood. Lactate in the body stimulates growth hormone release. Okay, once this growth hormone comes into our system, it is used to rebuild muscles, regenerate muscles, also for cell reproduction. So what we get is an actual building up of muscle mass after we get this release. Okay, so sprinting for 10 to 20 seconds at a time, then taking 1 to 2 minute rest break to enable the ATP PT system to recover and regenerate, and then sprinting again, is one of the most highly effective fat loss tools you could use out there. And this may be sprinting, running, this may be sprinting on a bike, okay, whatever you choose to do. Okay, but the aim is keep your work rates low and high intensity. So when you're doing these sprints, it has to be 100%, okay, flat out, because you want that lactate production to stimulate the growth hormone release. Okay, once you've got this growth hormone release, basically you're going to get those body fat losses, because also you're not using glucose as a fuel for your system. Okay, which is what happens under aerobic exercise. What we are looking at doing is using fat as a fuel, and this occurs when we use the ATP PC system for exercise. Okay, so basically, if you look at a training program where you've gone for hour runs 2-3 times a week, so 3 hours of running over a week, compared to the sprint training, when you might do, say, 8 sprints in a session, and 8 sprints will total around 160 seconds worth of work. Okay, say 2 sessions a week, you're looking at 320 seconds worth of work. You know, looking at less than 5 minutes of work. All right, then a repair break. I can guarantee if you undertake this type of protocol, your belly fat will just drop. All right, purely because you're getting muscle regeneration, and when muscles are bigger, they burn more calories at rest, and you're also getting what's called lipolysis. getting a fat burning response within your body. Okay, this is why running less leads to more body fat losses. Okay, very simple. There's a lot more on it. I've tried to simplify it right down to break it down just to hormonal levels and energy systems. Okay, stay tuned for the third video, why sleeping more is going to lead to body fat losses. That'll be up in a couple days, excuse me there. Until then, guys, take it easy. Any questions, hit me up on the Facebook page, hit me up on the YouTube page. See you later.